Welcome to Talking in Stations news for EVE Online. Today is Wednesday, September 2nd, 2020. I am Matero, here with Gregorin and Maniskar. How are you guys?
Doing
Not
good.
bad.
All right. Okay, let's jump into some news, and we'll talk about some of the kills that happened today and yesterday. Let's go to the most violent regions in the last 24 hours. Well, this is going to be a repeat. Looks like Delve in first place with 1,373. Catch in second place with 546, much lower. And Fountain in third place with 462 ships destroyed today. In Empire region, it looks like Lone Trek takes the top spot with 2,583. The Forge in second place, 2,223 ships destroyed. And in third place, Domain, 1,874. Looking at the most violent regions, we'll see if there's any fights to be, reviewed. So in ZXB, TAC VC system in Delve, 591 ships were destroyed in the last 24 hours. That is the border of Delve and Fountain, so there's some skirmishing going on there. Rio in the Kalevala Expanse saw 256 ships destroyed, and after that there's not really much. So Rio is the home of Pandemic Horde. Most violent systems in low-sec, Rancer tops the list with 161. That's funny, 170 pods destroyed of those 161, so I guess some people were self-destructing their pods.
It was probably also a lot of smart bombed gate camps, since that's a big thing in Rancer.
Right, picking up all those pods. Right, and some people will travel without ships. They'll try to get through on their pods since it's faster, but you can't outrun a smart bomb.
Okay. Use your pings.
Yeah, most violent systems in high sec, looking at Narsia again. The new normal, 1,215 ships destroyed today with 1,013 pods. In Jita, 362 ships were destroyed. That is so low compared to Narsia. So second place is way behind first place, and then third place and on are not really worth mentioning. They're under 300. Cobalt Edge continues to see a lot of ratting. Nearly 60,000 ratted today in QTAC-V TWJ. That's Cobalt Edge. And second place and third place, Awasa Systems ROTAC AIQ saw 47,000 roughly NPCs destroyed, and XTAC 9ZZR in the same region, just under that at 44,300. So it looks like Awasa is keeping busy. Okay, I think there's only one thing to look at, and that's maybe this ZXB, just see if that's an actual fight or just skirmishing. You can see it's on the border of YTAC 2ANO. That system, yesterday we saw, was it yesterday? We saw the armor timer for the Keep Star that belongs to the Imperium get reinforced. That final timer will be Friday. We expect there to be a big fight. Well, actually, we don't expect there to be a big fight. We expect there to be a big explosion. It's probably not going to be defended. Imperium might try to harass Pappy forces that are destroying the Keep Star, but I don't think there'll be a full-blown defense as there has been in the past. Okay, going into ZXB, let's look at the kills. Are you guys aware of anything ZXB? I think it's just
there was a small fight in YTAC 2 a couple hours ago, but nothing that I know of really in ZXB.
Yeah, looks like Cormorant's destroyed. So we're gonna.
Oh yeah, that was early this morning. I think one of Pandemic Horde's fleet commanders really likes to roam with cormorants, and he gets a lot of people in his fleet, so that can end up being pretty big.
I see. So he's just going in there and wasting little ships on searching for fun, basically.
Mist Amitin, who is also the leader of the Russian part of Pandemic Horde.
He's the one you're talking about?
Yes, he's the fleet commander who likes to use cormorants.
Yeah, the cormorants are destroyers. They're T1, so they're very, very cheap. And they're good on frigates, of course. So you can go in there, and if you have enough destroyers, you can put a herding on some things that are a bit bigger than frigates. But they are paper thin, so you're not coming back alive when you take off in those ships. Yeah, so destroyers, looks like 134 of them were destroyed. And interesting, though, it looks like they took out 100, or there was versus 100 destroyers. So it's destroyers on both sides. Here I see a mixed bag, but these guys looks like there's another cormorant fleet. So it's kind of cormorant on cormorant action today. This is why the war is not registering, by the way, because they're fighting in ships that this total battle here with all the casualties, and it was split, by the way, really totaled about probably like $4.25 billion, and that's for fleets of hundreds. So that's not going to register on the monthly economic report, and this is why it doesn't look like a war economically. There's a lot of activity, not a lot of damage being done as far as ISK goes.
Yeah, and you can build a lot of those very quickly as well.
Yeah, I think the monthly economic report also showed us that the Imperium was building like crazy. And
right, they were just under the area surrounding Jeddah. So 1DQ is building a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah. I think in Fountain, it seems like it's, I don't know where Pappy is building their stuff, but they're probably building a ton of T1 stuff as well. But I don't know if they're doing it in Fountain or probably in Iridia. It's a little safer.
Yeah. The big logistics headquarters is Hafib.
So there's a lot of stuff being built there, you think?
Yeah, we have a few Asbels. I think a lot of our production has moved up there since it's within one cap jump of where we're currently staging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, plus it's an easy ride down from Hafib. You're practically in Fountain. All right. I think that's it for statistics. Let's do some kills on the kill board. You guys can help me with these. We haven't done these in a while, so we won't go back that far though, because there's it's too many. Let's go first though to on September 1st, which was yesterday, we saw a Titan from Northern Coalition get destroyed. Was this a war target?
From the reports, a Imperium Saber was able to bubble the Titan on the gate, and more Imperium came in to help tackle, and local pirates formed up to provide the DPS.
Yeah, what I've been hearing from the Imperium is that they caught him autopiloting, which
I saw the video of that actually. It was kind of.
I wasn't sure about that fact, so I didn't want to bring that up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been confirmed or not.
It was. I mean, you can see on the video he's putting to the gate, so it's just clear from the video that he was at least autopiloting one gate. But this guy is from Liga Friar Terrenar, basically LFT. I think they've been with. Let's look at them actually real quick, because I think they've been with NC Dot a long time. least I remember them. I think I can go to here to find out, how long their alliance history is. And yeah, they've been Northern Coalition. God, these guys are old. 2012. Yeah, they've been there a long time. And Servanda actually is their CEO. Servanda is actually a really good fleet commander. He's very shy, so you'll never hear about him, but actually did a lot of important fleets and the first invasion, First World War B, the invasion of Imperium in the north. These guys look like they come out of Evoke, which is a great German alliance. And they spent some time in Cult of War, which really was, I think Cult of War was kind of active. They've been active for a long time, since 2010. So they're an old alliance as well. And they come and go quite a bit. I don't know why, but Executive Outcomes was actually part of Imperium at one point. So these guys have had a long history, but they really have been a staple in Northern Coalition. So this guy got picked off. Don't understand how that mistake can be made. Oh, I like this. German speaking, no exceptions. I didn't realize. Well, really, this is like, you got to remember, Northern Coalition and Evoke go back a long way. 2010, basically. So they must have picked him up there. I love that. No exceptions. Speak German or you can't get in. Okay.
I'm guessing there's a reason why they have to specify that.
What's that?
There's probably a story behind why they have to specify that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, somebody applied. Okay, let's look at what else has been happening. Well, in September. So also in September 1st was, or August 31st, was a Keepstar, sorry, not a Keepstar, Marginis Fortizar belonged to Goon Swarm. That was taken out in Tag SD, Fountain. This is cleanup work, right? Looks like Titans came in and cleaned it up.
Yeah, I was in the sub-cap escort fleet, and that was pretty much just cleanup work.
Mm-hmm. That bill was about 50 billion. And I don't know if you guys remember those Galente style stations that are now faction Fortizars, but before they were actually stations, and that was the really tall vertical one. Had good memories in those stations. Okay, another faction, the Dracus Fortizar. This is the Amarian one. Looks like more cleanup work, and this is also in Fountain in 1-4YI. Like
yeah, definitely going through and cleaning up the area of any valuable targets.
Yeah, have you been seeing anything there, Madaskar? Have you been involved in the combat at all, or are you watching it?
No, not recently, since I'm with the Rogue University currently.
Yeah.
So I haven't been directly involved in this conflict.
Yeah, I know you're involved in the Pravi one.
Right, that's correct.
Okay, so that is the 2 faction Fortizars taken out in Fountain. 1 Titan taken out on its way to the front. I think that was taken out like in Cloud Ring, yeah. So somebody was late. Okay, then on September 1st. Oh, another Marginis Fortizar. This one was in LBGI TAC 2 Fountain. Same value, about 50 billion worth. But this was taken out by a subcap fleet. Filled with eagles, looks like. It's Pandemic Horde. White subcaps. Oh, look, are they all eagles? Yep. Little eagle fleet. Again, more cleanup work. And I think that's it, except I thought I saw an avatar go down recently. Today. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, I see that. It's some. It belonged to Coalition of Misfits. It was completely unfit, and it was dread bombed by Nulsechnaya Shalupin.
Right. Yeah, it looks like they grabbed it.
Yeah, I guess they were camping asset safety since this was in an asset safety system.
That would be my guess as well.
Right. I wonder what the story is here. It looks like dreads dropped on it probably after it got tackled.
Yeah, well, I guess that they noticed it on public contracts and then were waiting for it to be grabbed.
Yeah, you can see it. It looks like it died on the station, so it probably undocked and got tackled immediately.
Oh, I see. Do you think this was asset safety and canyoned? Because
Irmalin is an asset safety system.
that's the wrong place to be. Isn't that the headquarters right now of Pappy?
I'm pretty sure this is Delve's asset safety system.
I believe so.
Interesting. So if he got, yeah, that's a wrong place to be with a Titan, and especially coming out of the undock there, as you pointed out. Yeah, this is probably an asset safety Titan jumped out to take off. But I think when you jump out of a station, you're not tethered, so you've got to be quick.
No, not a standard station. No, there is no tether.
Wow. So I imagine in this situation, if you have a Titan that is in low sec, and you jump out of a station, there's no way back. Once you come out of that station, you're locked out. Your Titan is too big to fit in that station, so you have to jump right away. And if you have any delays, and there happens to be anyone that can point you, you're in trouble. So, yeah.
See if Vily wants to be pulled down.
Hold on. Oh, let me see if I can grab.
Hello, Francois.
Oh, okay. Billy, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you doing?
Good. You sound like you're in a happy mood. Did something happen?
Not publicly.
Okay, then.
So,
privately.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you still have the 30-second invulnerability after you undock, and you can redock.
Not in a Titan. Into a standard station.
No, not that.
Yeah.
Not that.
Well, we don't know what happened, but we presume since he was killed next to a station at Ermelin, which is heavily populated now, that somebody undocked a Titan, wasn't ready to jump immediately, and was picked off or trapped before they could jump. And at that point, you just unload all these dreadnoughts out and destroy the Titan. Something like that, probably.
Yeah, once you pull that trigger, you have to be able to jump.
Yeah, so
These
the
guys
is look for people trying to get out of Ermelin. You watch, you wait for them to pop their Sino, and you go kill their Sino as they're undocking, and then they undock and they can't redock.
Oh, interesting.
Their Sino could be. Is that easy to track down? It could be anywhere.
And there's only like 20 or 30 systems, right, that Ermelin's in range of.
Right.
Usually everybody's heading north. Nobody's heading into Delve with asset safety Titans. If your Titan got asset safety the first time, you're not going back into Delve.
So you can narrow it down, basically.
Yeah, only I don't want to say. I think it's actually less than 20, like 15, something like that. You just keep an eye. Oh, there's a sign on the system. Warp here or whatever over, kill the Sino and pop.
can you get there fast enough?
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's important to remember now, there's only so many ships that can pop a Sino now. So all of a sudden, you just have to look for Rapiers, Falcons, Arazus, and Pilgrims that have entered local in the last little bit.
Oh, so you can anticipate even before the Sino goes up.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess if someone wanted to make their operation as secure as possible, then they would really have the timing really tight, and the ship would probably be in system for like days before.
The people systems are jumping to are already camped, right? So it's even if you undock and jump, you're jumping to a camp system over on that way too, right? So it's super tricky to pull off, like to get out of Ermelin already, and it's only going to get worse as time goes on.
Well, now that's an important point because this is the, well, let's just put it at the one of the escape routes for Delve, right? Asset safety goes to this station where this Titan got killed.
Well, this is the only actual approach lane that doesn't take a regional gate, which means it's also the only escape lane that doesn't take a regional gate.
Yeah, is that why you made it your temporary headquarters?
Well, no, we don't have anything in Ermelin. It's just
okay.
that like Ermelin is near Nilseknia, who's already camping in that area. I mean, as we approach closer, we'll obviously pass by it. Just because
right. You're going to be close.
As I say, it's the only lane in, and it's also the only lane out.
Where is your headquarters now? It's in Iridia, right?
Our supers and caps are staging from Fountain right now while we finish off the last Keepstar. But Marmiha is kind of the last Keepstar at the moment.
Got it. Well, anyway, this will be interesting. It's an interesting system to watch. I think over the next few months, Ermelin will be in the news a lot more. And probably, if things go wrong for the Imperium, there may be some more big scores there, like this Titan.
We've already bought like the better part of like half a super cap fleet in that station. Like it's crazy how many fire sales are there. Like, oh yeah, like I'm quite dead serious. Like
really?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, 4 months ago you could buy a super there for like cheaper than most other regions in the game, including asset safety cost, right? So, the whole supers are cheaper in Delve than anywhere else has been true, but that doesn't always mean that's a good thing for all situations.
So the question is, did that avatar can his fuel before he exploded, or did he not have any?
It's entirely like when I look at that avatar, my first thought is that's somebody that won it on like the Hypernet or something like that. To be honest, I don't think that's an actual Goon member. I think that's somebody who got a Titan and wanted to do something with it.
Just like did not know how to handle
a
Titan.
I didn't even look. I didn't even look at the fit.
Ermelin is one of like top systems for Hypernets now because of all the asset safety supers there. So.
Yeah, you find capitals, you find things that get asset safetied in and then hypernetted in a very small number of systems.
Well, it's crazy. I don't understand why this was undocked at all. It's just, it doesn't even seem like he had planned to jump. It's just who knows? This is a mysterious one.
He probably wouldn't even had time to pull, delete, destroy all of his rigs and stuff.
No,
before they killed him.
Well, Titans don't die quickly, so like.
Oh, I see.
It's possible. It's possible that he canned his fuel or something. I don't know why he would do that. Make the kill mail smaller.
With that many ships shooting you'd die pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, Titans go fast with that many dreads on them.
Still, this
right, they had to get there. Like he got tackled, and then those ships had to arrive.
But this guy pulled all his fit off, right? That's why it's empty.
No, it's entirely possible, as I said earlier, that he won it on the Hypernet, and he literally just undocked with it and didn't know any better, and hadn't thought that he needed a fit or something.
Yeah.
Like, when a Titan dies like this, there's any number of situations that it could be, but the reality is usually it's somebody just didn't know better.
Yeah.
This is the epitome of Eve is not pay to win.
Oh,
Eve is pay to win.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it. Like, if you think that, yeah, that's well put.
So Rudazara says Hypernet 100%. So he may know something about that. He is from Reveka, actually. we want to get them on this show. Let's see if he's around.
Yeah, he's been working a lot with the people who killed it, so he probably knows the story.
Let's see if we can get him in here. Actually, I invited him for right about now, so he's right on time. Let's see if we actually get him in here and talk to him a bit about that. There he is. Hello, Reveka. Actually, Rudazara from Revek. How you doing?
How's it going with you guys?
Good. It's nice to meet you. It's the first time we're talking. You know Vily, and this is Manic, Gregorian, and Fonsui in here as well. Tell us about this kill, and then we'll talk about Reveka.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I obviously was talking about it in comms just a bit earlier, but he wanted off the hypernet, and that's how he undocked. So as soon as he undocked,
So Vily called it.
Nothing.
Yeah, I would. There's no way to know.
Usually Vily does call these.
Oh God.
All right. Yeah, so that's that. I believe that's the last big kill of the day. Let's go look over here. There is one more thing, and that is the Bastion lost to Prometheus Fortizar. My God, that's like 4 faction Fortizars and found.
Just a quick aside. Quick aside regarding Hypernet and big wins, because we're talking about big Hypernet wins. There is a extremely common scam. People watch the big Hypernet items, basically anything over $1 billion, and they will send emails to the winner with a contract linked, saying like, "Claim your prize," and the contract like takes the item that character just won.
I mean, has that happened? Have you seen this?
Yeah, every time I win an item that's over $1 billion, I get one of those mails. At least one every single time.
It's like, I wish I thought of it.
Yeah, other people have reported this as well. So since we were talking about big wins like that avatar on Hypernet, like if you do mess around with Hypernet and you bet on big items like that and you win one, expect one of those. Don't let your lizard brain think like, oh, free thing. Like, just don't get scammed.
And don't undock it in the same character that you won it with.
Don't undock it without fuel and an out sign.
Yeah, that guy had a lot of things going wrong for him. Okay, so this last one is the Night Watchman. Cool name. From the Bastion, lost to Prometheus Fortizar. This one's a lot less than those Galente Fortizar. This one was like 20 billion.
Yeah, the hull in a Prometheus is about 20. The hull in a Galente is about 50. So
why the difference?
Rarity
one is the
and
prettiest?
use. Well, so the Galente ones are significantly rarer than the Prometheus Fortizars. They also have a much larger tether radius, and they're aesthetically just more pleasing as well.
They're great stations.
The Galente ones are the ones that look like that awesome tower. They're called the Marginis Fortizar.
Yeah, I know they're a sentimental favorite, but I did because they used to be administrative, right? Like they used to hold a lot of offices, so alliances liked them because when you put one down, you could have a lot of different corporations in that structure. I believe.
What was the bonus? Oh, sorry. What was the bonus for those? For the Galente faction Fortizars?
Isn't a lot of the bonus in the rigs, or am I off about that? Like, so from what I understood, at least some portion of the bonus was in the rigs that were in the thing when it was converted into what it is now.
Yeah, all of these
And
did
so
have the outpost rigs.
So if you pull them up, those rigs are destroyed forever, and those rigs are special rigs. So I think that the structure also has like some special stuff about it, but a lot of the benefit was in the rigs, and those are all gone because those were never able to be produced. They were just created.
But yeah, it's 20%, 5% bonus to all the structure combat rigs.
Yeah, I'll have to look up the rigs themselves because the rigs were this like super special. Like they were never able to be produced. They were created in the structures as they were anchored, but no one could ever make them. So I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's not in the description, at least on.
Yeah, it won't be. It won't be in the structure. I'll look it up in a minute.
Yeah, thanks. Get back to us on that. All right, so that was it. Bastion lost to Faction Fortizar. We saw In total, the Imperium lost 4 over the last 2 days. This is cleanup work, basically, with Titans and also Horde's subcap fleets taking out some stuff. So are you looking forward to Friday, Vily? That's what we assume will be YTAC 2. The Reckoning.
Yes, I am. I mean, it's not going to be like the expectation is that it's not going to be a fight. We have a massive super capital fleet in the area. They have no super capital fleet on this side of the regional. If they fight, it would be suicide. Like so, the expectation is obviously that they're not going to fight.
Yeah, you think they'll harass you though? Like bring a fleet out, try to pick
There's very little harassment you can actually really do against a Titan fleet in that kind of a situation. Like if you don't have access to like actual capitals to threaten a dread bomb, like any subcaps you put on grid are literally just you're almost making it more entertaining for the attackers because you're giving them something to shoot at that's not that keeps like you're giving them kill mills, right? Like so they're having a good time, they're doing this thing, like it's just not
Mhm.
it doesn't actually help your cause a bunch.
What percent into your campaign would you say you are? Pick your favorite metric,
Systems taken, I guess maybe.
Sure. So
Um,
how far in?
25%. Fountain's
Ooh.
gone, so that's one of 4 regions.
You got Delve, Aquarius, and very good basis to go.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was just trying to give everybody a sense of like where we are in this conflict.
Oh, it's going to be a long one.
Yeah. I mean, it's entirely possible we won't be taking 1 DQ until January, February, like, or even longer. Like, anything's like the thing is,
you may not
this
take
war
it
being
all,
drawn
Vily.
out.
You're counting your chickens; they're not hatched yet. You're confident.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he's talking about projections, which is fair.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I just assume we're going to lose. Like, that's not really how it works. But like, I don't know. I just kind of like when I look at it and I think of it, like for us to go slow is highly beneficial to us in almost every way. The slower we go, the more we drain their membership, the more we hurt their membership. The slower we go, the more likely we get towards now the cores thing, where we start getting free juicy loot for every structure we kill.
That's right. Of course.
The slower we go, the easier it is on our guys. Like, and the slower we go, the more likely we are to find the fight we really want to take when it comes time for the big battle, if we get one.
Let's not forget that, like, supposedly we're doing this because we enjoy playing this game and like doing this stuff, and a longer campaign just is more content for a longer period of time.
I mean, if you're on the winning end of it, it comes down to like the winning end of it. Even if it's slow, usually the guys persevere through it because they're still making progress. But it's going to be interesting to see how it works out with goons and their moral, just constantly getting hit from all sides. I don't think it's going to matter on the structures. I think it's going to more matter on their energy and their moral.
What do you say when you hear, because I do see this a lot, at least in the comments, and that is like, bring your supers to Delve. Like, they're very confident they have a bigger armada than you do.
Well, they're not actually confident of that. Like,
They want us to think they're confident.
Yeah. Like, if you actually read between the lines on what some of Jay and Asher say, more often than not, they know their super fleet is smaller. They just don't want to publicly admit it because then that starts setting panic in their guys, and then their super fleet gets even smaller, right? So, it's one of those things where they have to put on the good face because otherwise they don't give themselves the chance to someday win, right?
You have to always look for when the general is wearing the red shirt.
Yeah. All right. Well, so you're saying that's what they have to say anyway, but I am hearing it a lot. So they're either really putting up a front, or they literally can't wait for you guys to cross the border somewhere into Delve.
Well, I mean, how do I put this? Like, of course they want us to take a bad fight, like that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like, for them, what they want is it's kind of, how do I describe this? Even when something good or bad is happening, people just want it to be over, right? Whether it's something well, I should rephrase. When it's something bad, you want it to just get it over with, right? And they're in a rough position right now, and they just want it over with. You know, if they're gonna die, they just want to die. If they're gonna win, they want to win. Like they want it to happen, right? So they don't want to sit there and just slowly watch us approach and start circling them and fucking destroying all their shit. They don't want to sit there and wait. They want that to happen now, right? Go for the 1 DQ headshot, they scream, and we're like, yeah, no, we'll just take our time and kill all your shit, right? And that's what we intend to do.
Yeah, they want you to do all the shit that they expect you to do.
Yeah.
So they, so does that make you not want to invade Delph?
No, we're invading Delph.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just going to take our sweet time about it and do it on our timetable and our pace and the way we want to do it.
That's what I mean. You're going to take it at your pace. You're going to attack when you want to attack. You're going to take the fight you want to fight. You're not going to rush in.
Like we're well past the point where people who take dumb fights or get affected by
that's the only way to play it. Yeah.
Poor goon propaganda like are gonna affect any decision making in this war, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about Reveka. And we're going to meet Rudazara, who I think is your leadership, or what's your relationship to Reveka?
Yeah, I'm the CEO.
Great. Talking to the right guy. Okay, we'll be right back. Stick around. All right. We are back, and we're here with Rudazara, who is the CEO of Reveka, I believe it is. Actually, let me switch over to, since we don't have a camera for Reveka, we're going to go ahead and switch over to his page here. How are you doing, Rudazara?
We're doing great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. It's nice to have you here. I'm very interested in Reveka, but first tell me about your career in EVE Online.
Oh, man, talk about like bringing it back. Yeah, we started off in like FA. FA was really where kind of like I got my taste for EVE Online, even though the Alliance was kind of a joke.
Fatal Ascension, was it?
Yeah.
It's actually part of the CFC, if I'm not mistaken, and you lived in Fountain at that point.
Mm-hmm, we did. That's why it's interesting to come back down here, because I have all these assets and like TCUs and POSs and stuff all over the place. I'm like, what the hell? Back when POS mechanics were actually cool.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I've been around EVE, tried different alliances and stuff like that. But it's good. It's we joined Origin and BL, and that was one hell of a trip.
Origin Corporation.
Reveka
Origin Corporation was the center point for the Black Legion Alliance. It's a very historic one.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was great, and really got to meet some players that I've known for like 10 plus years now. And Reveka is pretty much just here to keep those guys together, but do our own thing.
Yeah, what does Reveka mean?
So this is funny because I actually when we formed the Corp, I had looked it up and the name kind of stood out to me, but it means to captivate. But it's in Hebrew. But there's different meanings for it. Like some guy told me like an ancient meaning meant noose, which I thought was pretty cool. But
noose, oh, yeah. All right, and all right, but you were part of Black Legion, and how long were you guys part of Black Legion?
Reveka was formed after Origin closed its doors.
Right.
Zelo went on to other things, and when I wanted to keep the group together, so we formed after that. But before that, we were in and out of BL and White Legion for quite a long time.
Got it. We're getting a lot of messages now. Yeah, so Black Legion, a really good group. Their main FC was Elo Knight for a long time. I think he's synonymous with Black Legion. When Elo Knight came back to the game, why didn't you join up and form Black Legion again?
Which time?
Yeah. It happens all the time, I guess.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's Origin's always been Origin, and it's been centric around Elo's FCing, and I think as time kind of progressed and he drew away from the game to do other things, members slowly started leaving and not coming back, which is unfortunate, but it's good that we all kind of keep in touch. But we when we came back, well, we wanted to keep the Corp alive, and Ela was on hiatus. We joined up with Volta and did our own thing for a while. But it wasn't the right fit for Origin. It's just kind of tough when you have a Corp that's very centric around one character, one guy, and that guy leaves, and then you try to do other things to keep it alive. It just, it met its end.
Yeah. And so you wanted to keep the guys busy, and you formed Reveka. And what do you guys do? Where do you kick around and stuff?
Yeah. So right now we're here in Iridia. We're having fun. We're kind of, we started off agnostic as far as any major blocks are concerned. We made some good friends since we've been down here though, and do fleets with them. But ideally, long term, it's like we're like the mercenary. Not been offered a mercenary contract yet, but
so you're available.
Down the road, that can all change. Yeah.
You're available for a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
like you remind me of a celebrity that comes on the show and is like, "Well, I'm not dating anybody at the moment," and I imagine after that show, it's like people are finding the number.
Yeah, just start getting random creeper emails and people sliding in my DMs.
Gonna get stalked.
How you doing, girl?
Yeah. What you wearing?
Already started.
Yeah. Do you work out, bro?
So you might get some contracts after the show when people hear that you're available, and you have a pretty good fighting force. How many guys you got? Guys or girls?
Yeah. So we actually have some girls in there too. I got to keep the simps at bay.
One of my favorite ones, like
police. Yeah. Lula, right?
Yeah. She's great.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, she's absolutely great. Good energy. Look, I'll tell you, the group that we fly with, in a set of 64 people in Corp, we all know those are always inflated numbers of vaults and stuff. But we usually field about 20, 25 dudes when we're going at it. But it's a really, I think I'm fortunate, with making this Corp, that I got some really good PvPers that are with us. They've been playing this game for a very long time. I think there's something to be said for that when you have characters that have been playing for like 13, 14 years. And they decide to put their tunes in your Corp, and you're just starting out. For that aspect of me, I'm just like very, very appreciative.
So, what time zone are you most active in currently?
Yeah, we're just US time zone right now.
Well, I think you picked up some people from Volta, right?
We did. We got a little bit of blowback for that.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No. So it's no big deal. Cheese Toast is our PI guy. He's just a hell of a character. If you've never met him, he's the kind of guy you definitely want to meet. But he just wanted to stay in touch with people and get more people in the Corp, and they were just like, please don't do that.
You guys, I know Black Legion favored Munins for a long time, but what about you? What are the ships? What do you favor, if anything?
Because it's like when Munins weren't a thing. Munins weren't a thing when we started using them, and now everybody's flying them. Yeah, whatever. Munins, Munins.
No, I love it.
Munins, yeah.
I like Munins. It sounds better.
Yeah, but everybody's flying them now. Not that that's a big deal. They're great ships, but I think it's. I don't want to sound arrogant in saying it. Nobody really flew Monans like Elo flew Monans, when they first came out, and that was like his thing. And now when you have so many alliances using them and stuff like that, it kind of the joy and the excitement of it kind of gets lost. Yeah. And we also don't want to just pick up and be like, yeah, we're BL 5.0. We want to do our own thing. So we fly around in Ospreys, and there's a lot of fun.
Ospreys.
You can stay on grid with like a Vily size fleet times 10, and still participate in the action. And then like hold that range around 140 to 150, that sweet spot, and still do some damage, especially when you're a tie-dye. Besides that, we just do like Pete's and Black Ops and shit.
That's funny. Ospreys, do you actually use them to do damage, or do you just heal each other?
No. Navy Ospreys or Osprey Navy issues. Yeah, they're missile boats.
Yep. I used to
So,
fly
yeah.
Ospreys, but
You got
yeah, go ahead.
you guys have a heavy missile fit for your Navy Ospreys, but I usually see rapid lights on them.
Yeah, that's what the Ansel. So the Ansel fits are great too. But we're just buffer, very very light tank. I mean, dude, our EHP is like fucking it's laughable. It is laughable how low the EHP is on them. But their speed is crazy. They do about 3,050 meters a second. And Dirth, who's our head FC, great guy, really good FC. Just like it we don't want to do the same meta that everybody else is doing. We want to do something different, but it's actually a viable alternative. It actually can be on grid. It's best suited when you have two entities that are brawling one another and can sit there at range and actually do pretty decent DPS. And they're fast. They're very, very hard to catch.
Sounds
Oh,
like
that's
a good doctrine to defend some citadels and high sec once these cores come out.
Not really.
Oh,
All right, let's.
but
Well-
yeah, no, we've been doing a lot of MPSI with them too, which has been a lot of fun. Like to kind of keep the group live. So anybody wants to come fly with us are always welcome to. We've got an MPSI channel and stuff like that.
So recruitment is open for Reveka.
Always.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I something about that name. As soon as I didn't know it was a rope or whatever, but or a noose. But Reveka is just like
Me neither.
it's you didn't know either, right? Yeah, it's such a great name. Like it just hit me, and I was like, yes, that is a cool name. I would join that group just for that name. But also, then you picked up Lula, and then your Black Legion, and there's just like a ton of style to you guys. And I don't even know you, but I know enough to be like impressed.
Just we're really having fun. I mean, a lot of the older players, I'm sure Vily and the other guys will tell you too. It's like it gets to a point where you played this game for so long that nothing really is surprising anymore. So you got to do what you got to do to change it up and make it interesting. But we're all older now, so it's like we don't play Eve like we used to. That's for sure. But it's cool to have a good group of dudes to log in and get it on some of these awesome fights that are out here. So we're just really happy to be down here.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, I spent a lot of nights with you guys during the frat war, so.
Those were some of the best times in Eve, to be honest, for us.
Yeah. No, I was in Black Legion at the time, right? So it was good times.
Were you in there as a spy, or were you?
Yeah. Like I don't know if you remember, but like I spent many nights with Rudazara. My spy character at the time was Assyria. I think it got burned in that war. So.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! But you didn't know it was Vily until after.
No, I don't think Elo ever said it. So.
No, he didn't. I had a pretty good idea, but I mean that's the one thing though, because that was like the BL's kind of or Origin's claim to fame is like we accepted spies all the time, and we knew who they were, but it's like I feel like the real reason why people joined is just to be in Elo fleets anyway, even if they were spies. Like it didn't matter. Like they still went out and kicked ass, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, so are you in touch, you and Vily? Are you guys in touch these days?
Yeah, I sent him a message on Discord the other day to say hi, tell him we're down here, and then he never messaged me again.
That was you, okay.
He's like that.
Busy dude.
Yeah, he doesn't normally return calls.
No, he took me out on one date and just never called me again.
Well, don't take it personally. Vily does that to everybody, apparently. So let's actually talk some current events here. This is the hot topic lately, so we'll just bring it up. But these quantum cores, do you have an opinion on those?
Ooh. The quantum cores, to be honest with you, I think it makes sense. There's just so many citadels and structures on it, and going out and bashing them now kind of has a benefit, even if even if it doesn't drop anything. You know that it's a guaranteed amount of ISP you're going to get dropped. I think it adds an extra layer of like dynamic. Look, logistically, it's horrible. To think that we have to go around all these structures and do all that, and I'm sure for the bigger blocks, they're just stabbing themselves in the face of the fork right now. But I think there's just a ton of citadels littered all over Eve, and I think more of them are going to get reinforced, and there's going to be more timers, and therefore more fights because there's a guaranteed drop and the ISK reward for doing it.
Yeah. What do you think, Maddox?
Oh, I definitely think it's a positive change to the game. I think it's going to be a good game mechanic, and yeah, overall positive.
I think Vily's hands are tied. He can't really talk about it. He's part of CSM, but I don't think he likes it. But whatever.
I've publicly said I don't like it.
You have? Okay. And I am still observing, but I think I'm trying to find what they were trying to do with this. It looks to me like it was a conflict driver. It's a way of making people ante up, put some skin in
Goblins has said that he likes it, and he campaigned on being the conflict drivers guy.
So this is up his alley as far as, or in his wheelhouse. But it seems like at first I thought, well, is this a mechanism to stop people from just spamming? What was it, Vily? Like 70 Astra houses in one system. But I don't know if it would prevent something like that from happening. And then I thought, well, it looks like every structure is going to have something of value, so that might attract people to consider taking on a structure. They wouldn't just leave it there with, just leave it there because it's not worth any trouble. Now it's worth at least what's the minimum? 600 billion for those cores?
600 million.
Yeah. 30 billion for the biggest ones, but 600 million for the smallest one. So I thought, like, I don't know, it's kind of like putting a little treasure pot in every structure. So if you're going to own a structure, you're going to have to ante up something, and it will always drop. So
I think that's a great point, man. I think it's like more often than not, a lot of corps will, I mean, myself included, I've dropped an Astra in a system that was empty and left and logged off for the rest of the night,
Mm-hmm.
And I think now it's like you can't really do that. And plus, if you go away from the game, your Citadel's much more likely to die.
Yeah. It also seems like I didn't know about this. I was talking to, was it Murray yesterday? And something about people exhaust groups by putting down a ton of citadels. And, what was he saying? You have to like chew through those, and there's no really benefit to doing it. So you just kind of tire yourself out trying to clean off your enemy's structures that they just keep dropping.
Well, yeah, you drop a lot of citadels to wear them down, make them form, and go shoot these citadels you drop that you could show up to or you could not. But either way, there's at least 2 timers they got to show up for. So it's actually a lot of work. I know Simple Farmers, I think it's a 9 KOE or something, dropped like a ton of citadels, and they had to Brave and Legacy had to go clean those out. And now I'm sure they're not going to be able to do that now.
Yeah, Simple Farmers at one point had over 300 structures in between SV5, WD- and 9KOE. And so that's partly why, Brave like laughed so hard when, goons were like, we're going to structure spam you, that they're already like deep in, well into the hundreds, if not thousands of, structure spam clearance kill mails. So, yeah, it's not like, it can be a good strategy. Like, the thing is, you have to like also have the ability to threaten a surprise form up when people are attacking the structures. That's like one of the key ways in which you make structure spam like extra hard to deal with. It's like if every time you go out there, you actually have to form a proper fleet, to do so, it creates a really uncomfortable environment where you burn people. If like 3 guys in bombers can go do it, then the dynamic's not the same, and 3 guys in bombers will literally do 200 structures if you leave them alone. There's just people that are like wrong in the head, that they like, yes, I pressed torpedo on structure, I good, like they just can't be stopped. So
It's literally once you get, there's some of the best fights have been on citadels, since they've been introduced, like just by baiting or whatever the case, or just dropping on idiots that are just thinking, yeah, I've got this with like a super and a titan, some just to make memes. But when the structures get defended, like Vily said, and you get hot dropped like 1 or 2 times, you really start second guessing what you drop on a citadel.
Well,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, now if somebody's going to bother to drop a bunch of citadels on top of you and you decide to clean them up, you're going to be collecting some coins on the ground when it's all over.
Well, I think that's the point too. I think a lot less citadels are going to be going down like that.
Yeah.
I think this gives the high-sec pirates something to aim for now. They had a lot taken away from them in current patches, which it was an issue, to be honest. But now I think this gives them something to strive for, right?
Well, Maxar, do you have some secret pirate aspirations that I don't know about?
Yeah, that's twice you've mentioned high sec since I've been on.
I think.
I know. I think this is a good change for high-sec. I think this is probably where it's going to see the most change.
I think the most beneficial thing that I've been seeing a lot of people do is placing items in structures and waiting them to go into abandon, and then war decking the corp, killing it, taking all the loot out of the structure if it drops. It's pretty much been the only thing I've seen for pirates that want to kill citadels, because they know that there's assets in there. Now that I think you're right. Now that there's assets in all of them, I think it's going to make high sec a lot more spicy.
Yeah.
High sec is scary as it is, though. So.
Hey, that's what I say, and I'm okay with that. It's totally fine for very scary place.
It's terrifying these days.
I've been playing this game for like 10 years, and like every time I go into Empire, I'm just like, ugh.
Well, the problem is like there's the threat identification in high sec is just so almost impossible, right? You don't know when you're getting ship scanned, you don't know when you're getting cargo scanned, you don't know when the high sec anchors are setting up on you, right? Versus in null, where you can identify friend from foe very easily, right? And the fact that like Concord is basically worthless and there's no real way to defend yourself,
totally worthless.
It just makes it very difficult to treat high sec the same way.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up now because it's we're at the 1 hour mark and we're trying to shorten these shows because usually we go 1.5 to 2, but we're trying to make them smaller and more compact with information. Let's Reveka. I want to call you Reveka. It's
you can call me Becky. It's fine.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Hey,
Rudazara, the CEO of Reveka, the coolest alliance name out there. And actually corporation name out there. Let me end with one more question. Are you involved in this war? Are you kicking around Fountain and stuff? Did you say?
Oh yeah.
They're exploiting with install scepters and Dell.
Hey dude, don't give away the goods.
Yeah.
Oh, can you snag things with less than 2 second time?
See what you opened up, Vily?
Because
I know, man. Gotta bring up the hard questions.
Well, I mean, we made a Reddit post about it just to troll, and I love the tiers that are in there. It's just really good to just stir the pot. Some people got the hilarity of it. Some people just rage posted. But there's no hacks to it, and it's not even an exploit because it's a mechanic. You can technically lock sub-second warps. You just have to get a really good ping, and you also have to live somewhat close to the London servers.
Well, that's the only issue I have with it. You have to pretty much be in, England, the UK, to pull it off.
Yes, but it's long been known that you can do so.
Yeah, of course. So it's no surprise. It's just, I guess, when it happens on their doorstep, one jump out from their staging, everybody just goes crazy.
Yeah. Nice.
How could this happen to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. All right. So thanks for coming by, Rudazara. Let me get that straight from Reveka. You guys are open to new recruits. This is a good smallish or medium-sized alliance. Sorry, corporation. I keep saying alliance. Corporation. And by the way, you're free. You're not in any alliance, are you?
We're not. Mm-mm.
Are you gonna stay independent, or what are you gonna do?
That's TBD. I think, right now we're, like I said, just agnostic to kind of where exactly it is. I don't think I would like to see us join a major block. And well, I don't want to join a major block, but
Yeah.
Situation depending, and if the ISK is right.
Yeah. Well, whatever you do, you'll keep it exciting. You can see them in game with the recruitment channel Reveka dot. So that's REVEKA dot. Check out that group. Nice to meet you, Rudazara. And Vily, thanks for coming by again today. Any last comments from you? Anything to look forward to before Friday?
Maybe.
All right. We'll take that. All right. Well, thanks very much, Maddoxar, for helping me with the interview. And thank you guys for coming around today. We're going to go ahead and raid somebody as soon as we can find. Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. I just ran a commercial.
It'll be okay.
So in the meantime, I'll see if I can raid. Oh, Joe Bain. Yeah, that's definitely what we'll do.
Yeah, definitely. Just do Joe. He's a good guy.
All right. Well, oh, that was hateless. Wanted to talk to that guy. Looks like he missed it. We're gonna have hateless on Sunday, so I don't feel bad because we'll have plenty of time with them. But
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I'm gonna drop off here, but it's been nice meeting you all.
Thanks,
Billy, catching up with you again, bud.
Sorry, I didn't respond. I didn't realize it was you.
No, it's funny. It's fine.
He's looking for work, Vily.
Take care, man.
Just trying to show a little leg. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Take care. Kind of sounded like Elvis there. All right, looks like I accidentally ran a commercial. What I meant to do was to raid. They both start with an R. It's run 60-second ad or raid. So I did both. Thank 85 of you who signed up to go with Joe Bain. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and we will see you tomorrow.